this Politico piece. Susan Glasser, she says here, as the Germans told the skeptical American president on that March day in the White House, Putin is back to fighting the Cold War, even if we in the West are not. Not quite 9 months later, the new Cold War that Angela Merkel warned Trump about appears to be hotter than ever. It says year-end magazine cover stories feature Putin's scowling face and lengthy expositions trying to figure out what the tough guy in the Kremlin wants, not to mention his puzzling relationship with the American president. Here we are in the new Cold War. Glasser points out, by the way, that it was President Obama who basically brushed aside the Russian threat. Who can forget his debate with Mitt Romney back in 2012? This is clip number 1.
Governor Romney, I'm glad that you recognize that al-Qaeda is a threat, because a few months ago, when you were asked what's the biggest geopolitical threat facing America, you said Russia. Not al-Qaeda, you said Russia. In the 1980s are now calling to ask for their foreign policy back because, the Cold War's been over for 20 years.
That's Obama back in 2012, ridiculing Mitt Romney, mocking Mitt Romney for saying Russia posed a threat to the United States. And where are the news media today ridiculing and mocking Barack Obama for what he said in 2012? In 2012, they were cheering him on. Yeah, he's right. He's just using all these scare tactics. He's just a warmonger. The media sings a different tune today, that's for sure. Now Russia's the threat. And it's so bad that Putin's in collusion, or vice versa, with Trump. Trump's in collusion. That's been the story. That's been the story for months. Glasser in this piece says the debate point went to Obama, but Romney was vindicated by events. Yes, indeed. He was vindicated by events, but he never did win the presidency, did he? No, he just disappeared. He disappeared, but Russia didn't. Obama didn't. And Russia's been on the march ever since. Crimea in 2014. Did anyone notice? Is anyone concerned? Did the media sound the alarm? Not like they should have. Welcome to Cold War number 2. That's what one security analyst says. He's got connections in Moscow. He knows what's going on. They know it in Moscow. The Russian Prime Minister, Dmitry Medvedev, he said as much just last year. We're back in Cold War days. Glasser says in her piece, in nearly 2 decades of closely following Russia, I've never heard so many American officials in and out of government use the language of a new Cold War. These days, whenever the subject of Putin comes up with America's professional Russia watchers, the word war inevitably follows.